Hiya! Welcome everybody! Welcome! I hope that all of you are having a wonderful day so far. Today it's gonna be a bit of a short one because I have a busy day today, but I did want to do some more Holocure. So without further ado, let's hop on in. Also, before we start, my controller and my friends. Let's... There we go. There's where I put it. Now let's see. Where did we leave off last time? Right! Lozora Mel. That's the last one we played. So right now it's Natsuyuro Matsuri. I really hope that I pronounced that correctly. But let's do this. Ooh. This one. Let's see, what do we get? I'm gonna reroll. Say so representative. Every 12 seconds gain say so. Negate the next hit and become unsay so for 5 seconds. While unsay so, close by targets take 200% damage and stunned for 0.5 seconds. I'll take it. Let's see. Ah, I see. Okay. That's for an idol song. I don't know why I've grown to like that upgrade so much. It's like, it's just silly music notes. They don't even do that much. They don't even have that big of an area of effect. Spider cooking would be a superior upgrade this early on, but for some reason I just don't. Cheerleader and God. Which one does more? I got something stuck in my eye. Let's see. I'm going with God. Hallelujah! Oh god, I really should not be singing on stream. I don't know what's up with my voice today. See, I would be drinking some tea if the tea was actually cold enough to drink, but right now it's still scorching hot. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm going with the CEO tears. Cry for me! By the way, it took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out that these orange shrimp-like enemies, those are for Gura. Like, what? It took seeing a video that, like a song, I think it's a cover, but it could also be original. But her and Mori made like a song together. And in it, you can like see, I don't know what I just said. But you can see that like, both of them have their like fan base, and those are represented by skeletons for the deadbeats, and these shrimps for Gura's fans. And I didn't know that. I guess you're never I guess you're never too old to learn. I don't know what is up with me today. I am way more chaotic than usual. Or specifically, way worse at speaking than usual. Bit of a busy day today because it's cooking day, and it's also my groceries are being delivered in like, I don't know, about an hour or so. And then on top of that, I also have to like hurry with something. Like, I need to order/buy a fridge, because me and my housemates are having disputes over who gets to take up what amount of space in the refrigerator. And so I decided to just say, fuck it, I'll just get my own refrigerator. We have the space for it. And I'll just put a lock on mine so that you guys can't take my stuff or my space. But yeah, so I actually have to like go online and look at refrigerators later. I have no idea where to look for in a refrigerator either. I've never bought one, so that's gonna be an interesting one. I can combine the axe with the music notes. Yeah, let's grab that axe. Yeah, so I have to look at refrigerators. I know kind of what size I want, but oh, and also that I want to be able to put a lock on the refrigerator. But that's about it. Like, I don't know what else I am looking for in a refrigerator. I have no idea what's out there. I do know that I don't want a smart refrigerator. I just want a dumb one without any touchscreens or anything. Cause like, what am I gonna use that touchscreen for, you know? The answer's nothing. I don't know if it's just me, but it's pretty warm out today. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a short stream, so after stream I can just turn on the fan and splash water in my face and all that crap. Right now I'm busy with, you know, electronics, so no water spraying. Huh? My computer is telling me that there's not enough space on the hard drive? What do you mean? Well, if the stream suddenly goes poof, then I guess y'all know what happened. My apologies in advance for that. After stream, I'll move some files around and all that to clear out some space. Also, I should really take a nap after stream. I did not get a good night's sleep. I'll take them all. I can get the potato. Alright, I haven't tried out what the ultimate does yet. Okay, well, I still don't know what it does. Oh well, I guess I'll figure it out eventually. Go boom boom! Hunty Darren! Welcome to the stream! Welcome, welcome! Once again, I'm awake at 5 AM. That's gonna be a daily occurrence for you, isn't it? Well, at least you got the stream to distract you from the daily stresses. Probably. Yeah. School will really be like that, huh? What was I gonna upgrade again? I'll go for the axe. Let me ask you a question. This time though, I'm not tired. Yippee! I'm glad to hear that. What can I combine with what again? I kind of fell asleep at like 12 p.m. and woke up at 7 p.m. Huh! Oh, 12 p.m. is noon. Okay. So I've only been awake for like 10 hours right now? Okay. Sleeping schedule is choked. Honestly, same. Like, my sleep schedule is basically non-existent. I sleep whenever I feel tired enough to sleep. Usually that happens around like 4 a.m. or so. I have problems. Let's see. I'll go for the glow stick. Maybe I can combine it with something. But I got to be awake in 2 hours. Yikes. Good luck! I hope that you're able to get a good sleep sometime though. Oh, limiter. Give me that extra pickup range. You know I'm getting goodish sleep if I stop showing up. Well, in that case, I hope you don't come back. What was I gonna combine again? I think I was gonna combine the music note with the axe. So it should come from the axe. Yes, okay. I remembered correctly. I'm gonna take that out of context, and thus I can't believe you want to kick me out of your streams. Well, if it gets you to sleep better, then yes. Like, I appreciate y'all for stopping by and watching my streams, but I do believe that you need to take care of yourself first before you want to support others. Counterpoint. If I sleep early enough, I can wake up at 5. If that still gets you enough sleep, then that is not good. But if my streams get in the way of you getting a good sleep, then you need to get out! Axe. I'ma be real, I wouldn't ruin my sleep for someone's streams. Good! My sleep is ruined so I can graduate. The school system is conspiring to ruin everyone's health. For real though, it's like a rite of passage that you are always freezing on the stream as I call it now. Scuffed stream! But yeah, for real though, it feels like a rite of passage that like stream... No. School that at least for part of your school time you are extremely exhausted. Like that feels almost like a rite of passage at this point, and I hate it. School is overworking people so hard. Then again, that does mirror society as a whole, so... I guess we get taught that aspect of society pretty early on. Maybe that's why so many people struggle with work-life balance. I used to brag about staying up till 12 or 2, and now I brag about sleeping 10 hours sometimes. 10 hours?! That sounds amazing. Sleeping for like 10 hours straight sounds awesome. Like, that's 10 hours in which nobody bothers you. That feels so nice. I really want that sometime. I want to be able to sleep for that long. It sounds lovely. I slept 10 hours before. All of high school, I got 10 to 9 hours of sleep. I didn't. I'm pretty sure I never did. I think the last time I was able to get that much sleep was probably like when I was a toddler or something. I've always kind of struggled with getting enough sleep. Or even just falling asleep at a reasonable time. Maybe it's because of the ADHD. The brain chemicals are imbalanced. Who knows? I got the worst sleep at an airport before. Oh? Tell me, tell me. light never turn off and being let me get to a quieter space. Light never turn off and being 185 centimeters. I didn't fit in the couch. That fucking sucks. Like, I don't have the issue of not fitting in the couch or anything like that, but like, cause I'm short. I'm like 5 foot. Like, I'm around 160 centimeters. I'm pretty short. So I tend to fit in most places. But I did have like a summer camp at one point where like we didn't have enough beds, like inflatable beds for the people there, and so they were like, you know what, there's a couch here, you're small, you can fit on that. Okay, I guess I'm sleeping on the couch. It doesn't, like, when you're just, during the day, when you're a little lazy, then laying down on the couch feels very comfy. But oh god, when you're trying to sleep, it's really not cozy at all. It's so uncomfortable. You're sleeping on the couch tonight! Well, my previous bed actually was like a bed that you could also fold into a couch. I guess my current one is also like that, but it just doesn't have like the arm and back rests with it. But yeah, it's still pretty comfy though. I slept 3 to 5 hours for 2 days with horrible sleeping quality, and the noise is insane. Oh yeah, I would not be able to sleep at all. Like, not just because of like the noise and everything, but there's other people around that I don't know and I don't trust. If I go to sleep, then what will they do to me? What will they do to my stuff? Like, that kind of stuff, so I would not be able to pass out at all. By the way, the couch at the airport was split in the middle, thus it would slip and cause me to fall. Oh, that sounds so painful! Oh yeah, a lot of other people around, and I had my 5,000 worst of stuff with me. Yeah, like, I don't fucking trust people. It was not fun to be stuck in an airport. Yeah, I can definitely imagine that. I'd say like next time you go to like next time you go somewhere with like a plane or something, I'd say just bring an inflatable bed with you and an air pump or something like that anyway, just in case, so that you at least have something to sleep on. But then again, that's extra luggage. I wasn't allowed to leave the airport. Why wouldn't you be allowed to leave? but if they weren't able to get you to your destination, then like at least they would allow you to go to the airport, right? Like surely they would allow that. Fine. Okay. I was stuck in the airport for 54 hours. It's a long story. I mean, go ahead. I'm gonna be here for at least another half hour, so... Let's see... Yeah, I don't get why you wouldn't be allowed to leave the airport. You paid for a flight. They are not able to provide that flight. Then at least they should be able to allow you to go to a hotel while you wait, right? Would have been better if they offered the accommodation themselves, but I don't get why you wouldn't be allowed to leave. No, I don't want the energy drink. So I was overbooked, thus they gave me $900 and sent me to a hotel. But right as they were gonna book my hotel, they realized I was 17, thus legally they can't leave me alone. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, unaccompanied minor, I get that. That makes sense now. So there's left me in the business lounge, and my next flight was in 54 hours. Damn. That sounds like a horrible experience. The food was free and the showers were great. Well, at least you had that. Do I want to freeze people? No, but I guess I'll do that. But yeah, at least you got free food, so that was at least at least I had that common sense. But you think that when I was flying alone, our plane almost crashed? Oh my god, that's one of the things that I am absolutely terrified about with airplanes. Like, if a car crashes, you can still get out of the vehicle. But if there's problems with an airplane, you're in a metal tube high up in the air. You don't really have any options. You just have to trust that the pilot knows what they're doing and that the problem isn't bad enough. And that's... I cannot handle that. I literally cannot handle that because I would be putting my trust into someone else when I'm a bit of a control freak. Like, I'm not trusting my life to someone who puts me in a metal tube high up in the air. Like, nuh-uh. I'm not doing that. Upon takeoff on the runway while speeding up, the power in the plane fully shut down. Oh my god, that is so terrifying. Oh my gosh, oh my... Airplanes are terrifying. Like, it takes so little for things to go horribly wrong. And I do genuinely commend pilots. Huge props to the pilots that are able to handle this gigantic airplane and all of the thousands of tiny little things. But like, oh, it's so terrifying. Cars are more dangerous than planes, yeah, but cars are also a lot smaller, so if something goes wrong, then at least there is a higher chance of less people being impacted, and also, you know, damages to the surrounding area and the victims involved tend to be, like if a car crashes, there's less people involved and there's a higher chance of survival. But if a plane crashes, good fucking luck. 'Cause if you have the misfortune of that crash happening in a neighborhood, yeah, that's hundreds upon people fully incinerated. That's just, it's terrifying. Wanna know a fun fact? The larger planes can land themselves with the press of a button. I mean, that's nice to know. But, you know, in order for that to actually happen, there does need to be like a lot of steps beforehand that go right. Like if you get the plane in a situation where it's stalling, or it's like full-on nosediving, for example, or it's spinning, good luck. That button ain't gonna save ya. Whereas with a crash whereas with a car, it's like, I would say like the car versus plane crashes is like a bullet versus a nuke. If it's nosediving, something somewhere already went fully wrong. Exactly. That's why I say, like, yes, that button press where the plane lands itself is good. Like, it prevents a lot of situations. That would otherwise have resulted in horrible accidents. But it cannot prevent all accidents. More people die from bullets, true. But, you know, you need a singular bullet for every target. Whereas with a nuke, it's like you have one nuke and the entire city is flattened. So, you know. I fully trust planes more than cars. I get that. Like, it's not also just that I am terrified of heights as well. So, that probably also plays a bigger role. And also, exposure. If you are very much used to driving in a car or riding in a car, and you know, you have never really experienced anything going wrong with a car, then you probably would trust the car a lot more. But if you have flown in an airplane a lot, then you tend to, you know, you tend to be more trusting of the airplane. I've traveled on a plane like 24 times at this point. Yeah, I have never. I haven't even been at an airport. I'd rather trust a trained professional rather than drunk teens. True, 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 true. Not back. I'll just put it on that stand. I keep getting distracted. But yeah, flying thingies are terrifying. And I can't fully express why I think they're so terrifying. But I do think that it's, for a large part, also just like the fear of the unknown. No, 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 don't strengthen. Swap. Now we strengthen that one. Oh my god, imagine if driving cars was a profession and no one other than the trained employees couldn't drive cars. I mean... that would definitely make roads a lot safer in general. But it would also be very costly. Like, for example, I don't have a car and I don't think I'll ever be able to drive a car anyway. So like, no, I'm not even gonna bother. I know that my disabilities will probably prevent me from being able to pass the test. And, so yeah, I just rather spend my money on other things instead. But, you know, that does mean that I have to rely on public transport. And the thing with public transport is, those that rely on it to get to like their job or their families or stuff like that, they don't really have much of a choice, and so whatever price they set, you just have to pay that. But like, with a car, it's like, all you really need to worry about is getting gas and maintenance. You don't need to... Like, for example, Uber. Uber is super expensive as well. And taxis in general. But one thing about your fear of planes I will grant is maintenance is sometimes done too lightly. Oh my god, yes. Like, the Boeing incidents recently, like, I do not trust people. Like, if they put me in a plane, they're gonna have to drag me in, kicking, screaming, biting. I am going to fight super hard to get myself out of that thing, because I don't trust them. I literally do not trust airplane companies. Because, like, Boeing is, like, the big one. Everyone knows Boeing. So if Boeing fucks up, their name is the one that's, like, so heavily tied to airplanes that, you know, it's pretty logical that if Boeing fucks up and people don't trust Boeing, they wouldn't trust flying in general a lot of the time. And I am absolutely in that group. Like, I don't trust it. Airplanes are scary. they're marvelous and interesting and fascinating machines, but I do not want to be put into one of them. Their name is mainly marketing. They are falling off. I don't want to be that person, but that reminds me a lot of a certain company whose name has a lot to do with colors. Okay, I was lying. Like, I do want to be that guy. It's like Niji Sanji, or should we say Kuro Sanji, which is the more accurate name in my opinion. Like, they are taking so hard because they fucked up so hard. And I do feel bad for some of the livers, but I absolutely do not feel bad for the CEO and specific talents as well. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Niji Sanji, VTuber company. VTuber talent agency. Like Hololive. Only Niji Sanji is worse. They're also hugely falling off. I'm lost in this convo. If you want a full recap of what's going on with Niji Sanji, I would recommend going on YouTube and typing in Salen Tatsuki and then Niji Sanji after that. And you should find like dozens upon dozens of videos that fully cover the situation. But to hugely oversimplify it, Niji Sanji is a talent agency specifically for VTubers. And there was one talent under the name Salen Tatsuki who was immensely popular and received a lot of harassment and bullying from other Niji Sanji staff / livers during her time at the company, which resulted in her I need to be very careful with my words because otherwise YouTube might come after me, and Twitch as well, but Salen attempted to basically do Control-Alt-Delete on live twice due to all of the harassment. And eventually, after the second attempt, the company terminated her and tried to paint her as this really evil person when in fact a very evil one. And so ever since that, people are hating on Niji Sanji because how dare they treat our favorite so horribly. That's like a gross oversimplification of the situation. And ever since then, Niji Sanji has been really not doing well. That's like the basic information of the situation. If you want more information and want to know about the details of the situation, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that cover the entire thing. I don't know, I never cared for drama, to be honest. That's fair enough. Like, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Let's see. I have the glow stick. Fan beam can be combined with the glow stick, right? Yes, okay. All I know is Selene was the dragon girl, right? Yes, 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 yes. And I didn't know about Minisanji or Hololive or any of that but before becoming a VTuber. Like, my first introduction to the whole VTubing scene was Jaden Animations. Was a storytime YouTuber, and she got herself a VTuber model, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I saw like some clips and such from like Shy Lily, and by the time I really knew what a VTuber was, by that time, Selene Tatsuki had already been terminated, pretty much. Like, by the time I started getting into this stuff, Selene Tatsuki was already fired, and they wiped all of her content, basically. I saw a clip of her getting bullied into a Phasma stream. Ah, okay. I knew about VTubers like most other people. The shark girl unable to do math. I'm assuming you're talking about Gargura. Yeah. I only learned about Gargura after I learned about the Selene Tatsuki situation. Something's going on. Let me get to that anvil, damn it! Come on! Move! Okay. I'm going to be taking huge damage when I'm done upgrading, but... Okay. And run. Okay. I cannot believe that worked. And now I need to retreat so I can heal. Yes, Gargura? Okay. But yeah, ever since then, I've been like looking into like what is going on with this whole Selene situation, and after that, in the process of figuring that out, I came across so many other cool VTubers, and I was like, oh, I have got to get myself a model. This is awesome! I knew VTubing was popular, but I didn't expect full companies to form from it. Oh yeah, there are so many VTubing agencies. It's similar to like talent agencies, but they specifically focus on talents that have like a VTuber model. Oh, there's an anime event happening nearby with a VTuber showing up. There's so many of those events as well, like, like, what's a talent agency? Okay, let me think about how to best explain this. Okay, Okay, so it's like, you have a company. It's similar to record labels. Please tell me you know what. Please tell me you are that. Oh, I'm so concerned. I'm like, I've always tried to explain what VTubing agencies are by using the example of talent agencies. So, this is the first time that someone doesn't know who that is. So like, I have to figure out a different example on the fly. Yes, I know music. Okay, so record labels are like this company that you are contracted to produce music under. Like, it's the label and you're the talent under that. And it's similar like that with talent agencies. I get VTuber agencies. I'm assuming they are like streaming groups. Yes and no. Cause like you have VTuber groups and you have VTuber agencies, and there is like a distinct difference between them. I'm gonna use Hololive as an example. Kind of like Power or Phase. I don't know what those are. But with Hololive, for example, it's like there are different talents who are contracted to make content under the Hololive brand, and they get paid like a salary, and they get paid like through donations and all that from streams. With VTuber groups, you don't really have that contract, and you don't earn a salary. It's basically just like, yes, we are a friend group, but we each have our own incomes through our own streams. So yeah, Phase. I guess I'm still pretty new to this whole thing as well, so take my explanations with a bit of a grain of salt. I'm only explaining it how I understand it. So I might get some details wrong. Upright, upright, upright. Machinima? Oh, Machinima! Yeah. I think I know which one you're talking about with that one. But yeah, it's pretty similar to that. I guess another... I don't want any of these upgrades. Nope. Nope, then I can't get the super channel. Oh, I have all of my weapons fully upgraded. Well, I have to fix something. I guess I'll just go with the adult costume then. Unfortunate, we didn't get very lucky with upgrades. Oh well. Wait, if Nichi Sanji is a bad corp, then they are that machinima of the VTuber world? I don't know fully what's going on with machinima, but I would describe Nichi Sanji as like the black sheep of the VTuber family. Like, yeah, they exist, but they're not very well liked. And then you have another VTuber agency called Blacktor. Ow. And, they are just fully yeeted out of the family. But yeah, it's, It's a whole mess, honestly. Let's see if we can get any permanent upgrades. Machinima would scam small upcoming YouTubers into a contract that would give them a split of their revenue while barely doing anything for the VTuber. Honestly, if you were to replace the words machinima with Nijisanji and the word YouTuber with the word VTuber, that sounds pretty accurate, honestly. Because Nijisanji talents don't have a salary. They're completely dependent on donations and revenue from the streams, and also merch sales. And one of the talents had let it slip that, like, I think it's the merch specifically, but they get like a 2% cut of any of the merch profits, which is not a lot. And with the revenue from like ads and donations, that needs to go through YouTube first. YouTube takes a cut, and then it goes through Nijisanji first. Nijisanji takes a cut, and then it goes to the talent. So 2% of the profit. Yep. There's a reason that many people are calling Nijisanji a black company. I thought 2% gross made sense. I mean, it's... even then, it's still not much. Like, for example, Hololive, I don't know how the percentage cut works through there. But with Hololive, regardless of merch sales or ad revenue or donations, regardless of all of that, they get an actual salary. Nijisanji just does not do that. And they don't even support their talents. Like, Nijisanji does not support their talents. Because, like, Nijisanji's contracts with talents, like the base contract that can then be negotiated, but that basic contract was actually leaked. So we know exactly what that contract says, and there's some pretty gross terms in that contract. What's a black company? Short version. It basically means a very bad and exploitative company. An example that's often given is like sweatshops. You're using terms I've never heard. Yeah, I honestly didn't hear any of those terms before I started VTubing either. Amazon. Honestly, you're not far off. Yeah, that yeah. Like, obviously, I don't know the specifics of every single contract of every single employee, but when you hear, like, stories of what employees have gone through at both companies, yeah, it doesn't look good for them. Let's just say that. The no peeing rule, I don't know what's more exploitative. Yeah, honestly, you would be surprised, but it goes way deeper like that. For example, Waktor, like, everyone basically labels Waktor as like a black company. Waktor is also a VTuber agency. They have recently rebranded as, I think it's 910. But when they were still Waktor, they did stuff like maliciously and intentionally doxing their talents. So, you know, what's more exploitative than not being allowed to piss? That would be intentionally and maliciously putting your own employees at risk of so many dangerous things. So, yeah. Welcome to VTubing! There's a reason that I've stayed as an indie VTuber and haven't applied to any companies, cause... yeah. So, all VTubers are talents, but not all talents are VTubers. Right. In theory, yes. In theory, all VTubers are some sorts of talent, because it does take a certain level of skill and talent to be able to entertain your viewers. But I will definitely say that some are definitely not as talented or deserving of the label of a talent as others are. And for obvious reasons, I'm not using myself as an example for any of these things, because I'm a noob. I don't have any clue what I'm doing half the time. And, you know, I'm not that skilled, honestly. Also, I don't want to use myself as an example for everything when there are much better examples out there. Okay, so a talent agency is an agency that bases their product as people who entertain a mass audience for revenue, right? Sort of, yeah. There is different types of talent agency, like for example, you have agencies that are specifically for supermodels, or you have agencies that are for like YouTubers. You have them for like voice actors, for example. Each of those agencies hires people under their label depending on the type of content they want their people to make. I think I'm filling in the holes. I'm glad that my very scuffed explanation of these things is educational to some people. I'm probably gonna get like comments on the VODs that like I'm probably gonna get comments on my VODs of people saying like, no, you explained that wrong! That's not what that is! That's also why I recommend watching the VOD after the fact, because then you can get like the feedback of other people who weren't actually there yet. Wait, VA agencies are considered talent agencies? I personally consider voice acting agencies to be a subset of talent agencies, for the fact that like voice acting requires quite a bit of talent and skill. So in that sense, I do consider voice acting agencies as talent agencies, just with the specific focus on voice acting. Are you also streaming on YouTube as well? No, I don't have the internet or the equipment to do multi-platform streaming, but the way that I do it is I stream on Twitch, and then the VOD of that stream gets then uploaded to YouTube, so that the people who were not here can still watch the content I make on stream, just without the live interaction stuff. Because on Twitch you can only keep the VOD live. The VOD on Twitch only gets saved for like a week or so. So if people want to enjoy my content outside of that week, they'd be shit out of luck if I didn't upload it to YouTube as well. So that's why. Yeah, I know, unless you personally upload your VOD after the fact. Wait, there's a way around that on Twitch? I didn't know that. Like, you can try to contact me through, Twitter, for example, to, to explain in detail how that works. Because I don't think that I'd be able to remember. But yeah, I did not know that you could actually do that. I'll definitely look into that, though. What was I gonna... I don't got Twitter, never have, never will. That is fair enough, honestly, it's a shit platform. I only really use Twitter to network with other people and, you know, get to know about other VTubers, as well as promotion and just generally knowing what's going on in the VTuber scene. Sometimes I'm really just like, I wish this platform didn't exist. I only got Discord, to be honest. Networking, I see. I mean, I am but a small little guy, so it makes sense that I would go to the platform where I can easily interact with others to get to know more people in the VTubing scene. I actually got to know a couple of really cool people through there. I don't know why, but as a kid, I didn't trust myself with social media. I always kind of had a problem with oversharing, so I was a dumb kid, so I never really had that restraint myself. Not having Insta did hinder my social life in high school, but I got around it. I mean, I was never really the popular kid, even with social media, no one fucking cared about me. I was always that weird kid that was sitting on the computer during recess, or sitting around doodling in my notebook during lunchtime. Like, I was always that weird kid. Let's see. I'm grabbing that one. And doing this as well. For some extra money. Wheat. I still a decent amount of wheat, but I should probably plant some more as well. There we go. I went through every phase other than emo in my schooling career. I had one, maybe two phases during my school career, and that was weird and Vocaloid / anime. Yes, I was that kind of kid. I guess I kind of stuck to my roots on that one. I was worried that I would do something dumb and ruin my life / job. I never had that foresight of, hey, maybe if I say this on social media, it might get me in trouble with the teachers. Like, I didn't. I had no idea. I was the popular, weird, jock, nerd, quiet, and class clown. I mean, for me, at my first school, I was like that kid that everyone considered weird. And it would make me do dumb things like eat these random berries that classmates found on a random bush. Not even checking, like, is this actually poisonous or anything? No, it's just like, here, look at this funny berry. Now eat it. Or, like, they would make me do stuff like go with them to, like, the secret garden of the school to pick flowers there so that my classmate could flush them down the toilet so they could enter fairyland. It was wild, man. Being a kid, everything just seems so magical. But then eventually I transferred to like a different school for the rest of like primary school, and in that school I became like the smart kid and the creative one, the one that knows how to put on a good show. I became one of the popular kids, and I still don't know how that happened. We would also do like weekly talent shows at that school, and I won like a decent amount of those as well. Let's see. And then in high school, I became that weird kid who likes anime and Vocaloid and like is stupid and really quickly irritated. But yeah, that was high school, so of course we were all a bit moody. And yeah, like, but regardless of where I went in school, I was always that weird kid. It's just in the second school, that weirdness was what got me popular. Okay, so it's different attacks. Okay, this one's a little confusing with the primary weapon. I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. All at different times, but they all happened. Yeah. When you're a kid, you go through like a number of phases. And then there's some phases that you just never grow out of. I mean, look at me! I'm a VTuber! I never got out of that anime phase once I got into it. let me check real quick if there's an update. My groceries have been delivered. Okay, so after we finish this one, I have to go. Like, this is the last one for today. I never really had an anime phase to the full extent. I just enjoy the media from time to time. That's fair. I think my favorite part about anime has always been like the art style. Like, I just really enjoyed that part specifically. I need to get ready for school. Alright. Good luck at school, and I hope that you're able to get some I hope that you're able to get stuff done. And also I hope that you're gonna have a good day in general. I couldn't care less about the art, to be honest. Fair enough. Everyone's got different things they like about specific things, so... I personally was always that artsy bitch, so... Of course the art style of it would specifically interest me. Oh, funny thing about what I've recently learned, I now know how to make a nuclear reactor! Okay! That's very interesting to... That's very interesting knowledge to possess. Honestly, radiation in general is pretty interesting because what do you mean just being near this rock can make my organs melt? What do you mean? It's interesting. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be making a uranium glass as the reactor is too complex to build. Yeah, that's fair. Anime was just better at making a fantasy world and magic than normal media. Oh my god, yes. Like, let's face it, if you like anime, there's at least one show that has magical girls in it that you like. Like, admit it, everyone who likes anime has at least that one series. I think for me specifically, I don't know, can you count Winx as anime? Probably not, because the art style is a little too different, but later on I did discover this one show called Lolly Rock, and the music is very cute, and I really enjoyed all of the outfits that the girls had in that one. Also, with both series, it was just like, the transformation sequences are so... they're fire! Actually, no, I don't actually have magical girls in any anime I've watched. Huh. Wait, the Cartoon Network Powerpuff Girls was nice to watch as a kid. I have heard so much about Powerpuff Girls, but I've never actually sit down to watch it. I've been interested in doing so for a while, but I've never actually, like, taken the time to watch it. I think I have that with a lot of stuff, like, I wanna watch it. It's really cool and interesting. but I forgot. Like, for example, for me, it's like I watched The Owl House a while back, and now I want to rewatch it, and I'm kind of just dragging my feet because I don't want to be giving Disney any money, because I'm still salty that they killed the series the way they did. But also, The Owl House is just really good. I'm just torn on whether or not I want to give Disney money to rewatch it. I won't watch Powerpuff Girls anymore. It's not a good show. It's just a series good for kids. Well, my brain is that of a child sometimes, so I'm sure I'd be able to find some enjoyment in it regardless. I'm very easily entertained. I mean, I'm that kid... Sorry. I'm that person who keeps buying the new Pokemon games every single time, even though we know that they're not gonna be that good. Hell, I bought both the Sinnoh remakes and Scarlet and Violet and the DLCs for it, and none of it was that good. Like, I'm easily entertained even when it's garbage, so... I will say though that even though garbage can entertain me pretty well, I do still recognize when something is really good quality though. Oh right, there was also like this series that I was kind of obsessed with as a kid. It's called Inazuma 11. And like, talking about it now feels so cringy, but back then I really enjoyed it. And it was also like the single thing that actually got me interested in soccer. Never heard of it. It's basically an anime about, well, people playing soccer, but with magic. That's like the simplest way to explain it. And back then I was like actually obsessed with it, and now it's like, ah yes, that was fun. Never again. Who knows, maybe sometime I can like do a video where I basically rewatch that series, or at least the first season, and provide my commentary on how it has aged. Probably not though, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Besides, I have plans for so many other types of content already that I am much more enthusiastic about, so if I'm gonna do that in Inazuma 11 breakdown, it's gonna be very far into the future. I'd say like my favorite anime specifically would probably be I don't actually know the Japanese name for it, but in English it's called The Snow White with the Red Hair. when I initially stumbled across it, I was like, ooh, fairy tales! And then I realized, like, no, this is actually not fairy tales. This is even better! It's basically about, like, it's about this one girl who's an herbalist. Basically a fancy type of doctor. And she meets this prince, but she doesn't actually know that it's a prince when she's running away from a prince. You watched it? Oh my gosh. I'm still a bit salty that there wasn't a third season though, because the second one ended pretty open-ended, and then you feel like there has to be more, but there isn't. And that was always disappointing to me. I dropped it at some point, but I don't know why. I would say look it up again and watch it again. And then you'll figure out why you dropped it. Or you figure out that back then you just had no good taste. Like, I've had that before with a series where I don't remember which one it was, but I watched it and then partway through I was just like, this is garbage. And then later on I picked it back up again and I'm watching it again and I'm like, wait, this is actually not that bad. This is actually pretty good. What the fuck was I thinking? Maybe I did finish it and the ending is too open that it feels like I've dropped it. Yeah, it generally does feel like that though, because like at the end of the second season, it feels like they're getting ready for their next adventure, and then that adventure just never arrived. I know that there's like a manga of it as well, and that there's like that the manga continued even way far beyond what the anime covered. But, you know, I've never actually been able to find the the manga itself. No, I fully enjoyed that anime. I never was bored. But Trapped in a Dating Sim is the best. Oh, I'll look that up. Like, I will look that up later once I've done all the stuff that I need to do for today. There's so many animes out there as well that, like, people are telling me it's really good, and then I just either I forget to watch it, or I do watch it and I just either I forget to watch it, or it's that I can't find any platform to watch it on. I love it, the dub is great, except episode 11, but I digress. Well, now I'm curious what happens in episode 11. What the... Let's see. Belly dancing? Voice acting is a little choppy and corny. other series that have that issue as well, but instead of one episode, it's like the entire season. The voice acting is just not that great. Oh my god, the MC is great in that show, and the dub jokes land so well. Okay, I am... Where did I put my notepad? I'm gonna write down that I need to watch that series. Okay, well, I cannot find my notepad, but I have a pen, so I'm just gonna write it on my arm, and then I'll remember to write it down later. Let's see. Trapped in a dating sim. Watch it. Alright, that has been written down, and my housemates will probably judge me for writing stuff on my arm. Though I will say some people find it boring. I mean, you get that with every series. You hate it or you don't. Season 2 is confirmed for it as well. Ooh, nice! By the way, my intro to anime was bad. Like, bad? Oh? What was your first anime? What was your introduction like? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of them. Okay. Alright. I started with Blinder in the Darkness. I don't know that one. It's an anime you probably never heard of. Correct. I have no idea what that is. But my introduction to anime was... yeah, it was absolutely Inazuma 11. It's actually an anime that has like a lot of episodes and seasons, like so many. I think the reason I eventually stopped watching it was because there was so much to keep up with. And I just didn't have the time for that anymore. Plastic. And... because what can I combine it with? Oh, I'm gonna grab the water, because then I can combine the glow stick and the water, and then I can combine that with the second. Oh, that's a big block attacks. It's basically a story about a government organization. A government organization kidnapping girls to perform experiments on them with things on their necks that give them superpowers. They are contained in a facility, and if they do escape, they die because they need to take a pill, or they start melting and bleeding everywhere. That sounds not very enjoyable to watch, honestly. It's a story about a boy helping 3 escaped girls figure out what's going on, while also the boy is trying to find his childhood friend who has disappeared. Oh, did I mention the ending is sad? I mean, I kinda guessed that it would be. Bittersweet but sad. I don't think I would enjoy that one, honestly. I need that stamp, I need that stamp, I need that stamp. Give me. Yeah! Money stamp. No, but I loved it for some reason. I mean, everyone has their own taste. The main character was so likable in that anime. Guess what my second anime was? I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know that many animes. High School DxD. Doesn't ring a bell. I need to hurry up and beat this stage because I'm starting to get a little sleepy and very overheated. In terms of upgrades, I'm basically just going for whatever the game gives me at this point. And I'll figure out a way to make it work. Automod held a message back. What message did they hold back this time? Ah. Yeah, I see why Automod held it back now. I'll allow it this time. Don't tell me you don't know the only main character that powers up by touching the boobies. No, I genuinely don't know that one. Like, when I got interested in anime, I was only interested in, like, the child-friendly type of anime. And I guess I never really outgrew that much. I guess I always just like the sweet and wholesome, cute type of stuff a lot more. Either that or superpowers. Yes, the main character gains all his power from... wanting to do, huh? Okay then. Yeah, I don't think I'd really enjoy that anime either, honestly. I'm not saving the water. The water and the glow stick. Because then I can make that into a class item. About all the stuff I have to do after stream, and it's making me tired already. It's like there's so much stuff I need to do today. Some of which I'm not really looking forward to. Something I am really looking forward to is getting dinner though. I managed to find a grocery delivery service that has vegetarian dino nuggies. Like, before I tried them for the first time, I was always just like, it's just chicken nuggets in a funny shape. Why are people so obsessed over it? And now that I've actually tried them, I'm like, I know why. I couldn't be vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for like 1.5 decades at this point. It was a bit difficult when I was just starting out, but I've gotten so used to it now that even just the thought of regular meat makes me physically cringe because I don't like the taste of it at all. It's way too salty. But yeah. Dino nuggies! I like them so much. It's fun and silly, and they're still yummy. Sometimes you just need that little bit of extra dopamine. It's not because I can't stop eating meat because of the taste. It's just that I go to the gym often. I can't get the protein I need from vegetarian I switched to a vegetarian diet, it's a bit difficult to get some of the other vitamins and proteins and all that you do need. But it's not like I'm completely skipping animal products. I do still consume stuff like cheese, milk, eggs, like I do still do that. But I just don't eat the meat or the fish. Though that got me into a different problem as well, because it turns out I'm somewhat lactose intolerant. So I've had to, you know, keep an eye on what types of dairy products I consume. One moment. Okay. Also, I just learned how to grill and want to use my new skill. I drink way too much milk, 1 liter per day. Yeah, that's also an issue I struggled with for a little while. And then my dietitian was like, fish? That's way too much milk! That's way too much! Do you know how much fat that is? And I was like, no, I actually never thought about that. I will think about that now. I'm lactose intolerant, so no doctor ever talks about it. Lactose tolerant. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. I am specifically seeing a dietitian because of my weight. Like, I've tried to lose weight before, but it's difficult to do that in a healthy manner, and so I'm seeing a dietitian who helps me to still enjoy snacks and stuff I like, but also consume them in healthier portions, and also consume healthier foods. It's still a struggle though, because I just love food in general, and so portion sizes is tricky. But I do try really hard. To a naturopath before, done a keto diet, and was losing weight too fast, so my mom made me stop. I dropped my body fat percentage then to dangerously low levels. I don't know what a keto diet is though. But that does not sound good. It's better to have to be packing a few too many pounds than it is to not have enough pounds. That still doesn't clear up much for me though. No carb diet. Oh, I see. I don't think I would be able to stick to that, even if I tried, honestly. Like, carbs is stuff like potatoes and pasta and stuff like that, right? Those are just too yummy. Just like chocolate. Like, that's too yummy. And I can never stick to one diet that makes me cut out all the chocolate. Also, no desserts. I have iron will. Might I borrow your iron will sometime? Cause that would make things a lot easier. What do we get? Come on! But my iron will cause me to get a permanent injury because I wouldn't stop playing a sport while injured till I couldn't walk. Okay, that's not a very good idea. I don't necessarily have an iron will, but I am stubborn, so honestly something like that is definitely... I definitely would do something like that if I be in that situation too. Just cause I'm a stubborn idiot. To this day, that leg gives me problems from time to time. Pushing through isn't always good. I got too distracted. Well, I guess we'll try this character tomorrow again. I got pretty far though. No, it's not your fault. I'm just distracted because like I'm trying to rush things due to my groceries being, you know, delivered already. And I really need to just focus on doing well instead of doing fast. But tomorrow I shouldn't have that much on the schedule, so I'd probably be able to do it tomorrow. But yeah. Speaking of which, I need to do my groceries. Let's hope I'm not here tomorrow. Oh no, it's fine. As long as you're able to get a good sleep, you are welcome here. Like, beating the game is not as important as just having a good time chatting with people. And I sure had a good time, so it's fine. Let's see if there's somebody I can raid. Let's open Switch. Let's see who else is alive. Oh, there's someone else playing the game as well. Let me see.
crazy. Like those little fan videos that you're showing me, like I really appreciate you guys coming around and kind of like, because if you guys weren't here, I probably would have just...
Yes, let's rate this person. Let's hope they have rates turned on actually, but got to get to the bus right now. Alright. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for hanging out. Wait. Why does the keyboard not do the thing? There we go. Now what are they called again? Guess I can just do that. Copy and paste. Okay. It's working. It's working. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me, and I had a wonderful time. I hope that all of you are gonna have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all again next time. Bye bye!